Hello, innumerable fans of Diablo 2. Uh, this is a video. Can you believe we're still playing this game? And it's 2021. At least I'm playing this game. And I guess other people might soon too, actually, because Diablo Resurrected is coming out. Um, I wanted to get my foot in the door making Diablo 2 content before it becomes cool again, because I've played this game all my life. And this is a video about my level 89 Whirlwind Barbarian, one of the first characters that I leveled when I started playing Lord of Destruction. And let me just say that I have played Diablo Classic basically my entire life. I always came back to that, in college for a month here and a month there, and then during the quarantine of 2020, I decided I would try Lord of Destruction, and then just dove headlong into, whatever kind of bullshit the rest of this gear is. But okay, so I wanted to make a whirlwind barbarian because do I have the sound in? Yeah, okay, good. Because in classic Diablo, whirlwind is the best barbarian skill tree, or whirlwind is the best barbarian build, and kind of the only viable one really. But it's also pretty easy. Like a bone snap is basically your end game weapon. You can find that from normal Diablo, basically. So I wanted to try and get builds that I could, have end game success with relatively poor equipment. And this build was actually harder than I thought it was going to be to kind of come to end game gear. Partially because Whirlwind works differently than in Classic. You need on one-handed weapons, at least negative 35, attack. You can figure out all that shit by going to the Ariat Summit website or some Diablo forum if you want. But also because I wanted to start with the Whirlwind Barbarian, though, because there's a couple pieces of gear that I knew I wouldn't have that would be very important for late game. And one of those was a Ravenfrost. I didn't have a Ravenfrost on this character for a very, very long time. And it was one of the last builds I actually put a Ravenfrost on because you don't really need it. Like, your Whirlwind, is you attack the same amount regardless of whether you're slowed by cold or not, So now that I have a Ravenfrost, it just helps with attack rating. I'm more consistent, but it's not necessary. So that was just something I was very cognizant of when I started Diablo 2. So the first couple characters I made were a sorceress, a necromancer, and then this guy. All characters that I could either use a rhyme shield as endgame equipment or, didn't need a Ravenfrost, just didn't need Cannot Be Frozen. But enough of the history. Enough of the history of how I built this character. And he's my second most played character besides my sorceress. Now they are both level 89, although she got there first. Let's do the skills real quick, though. Combat skills, obviously, max out Whirlwind. I put 1 into Berserk just for, taking care of physical immunes. And then I actually put 1 into Double Swing as well, because I do dual wield. Which I actually found to be better or more fun. So I used to use these, and then I found a Tomb Reaver, and I respect, and I was using the Tomb Reaver, and I actually felt like it maybe wasn't as good, or just didn't feel as good as my double Barner Star setup, and I'll get into that later. But I dual wield, so I have a point in Double Swing. Combat Masteries, obviously, max maces. Oh wait, fuck, I didn't redo the skills. So I was doing a couple tests right before this, just which one is better, Tomb Reaver or Barner Star, just kind of feeling it out. Now you'll see me do the skills. And I just felt like, yeah, that's good. And then I just got max res there. I just felt like the dual wield is a better setup. And part of that is you get potentially twice as many opportunities to attack dual wielding. When people come inside of your whirlwind radius, you get 2 chances to hit them. And you have a larger whirlwind radius using the Tomb Reaver, show you, whoops. So you hit more people, but I just felt like it wasn't doing quite as much damage. Alright, then for the war cries, I have one into battle cry that will help me with boss killing. Just one into battle command, max out battle orders. And then I have a number of skill points left that I actually maxed, not maxed, I got 50% chance to find items on this particular skill, just so I could potentially use this as a magic find barbarian down the road. And magic finding with him actually is kind of more difficult than I thought. And then I just put a point in to shout. You know, so standard skills for the whirlwind build. Then the setup. So weapons, I'm using double Barner stars that I socketed both of them and put eld runes in them. And okay, so the Barner star I actually think is a pretty solid weapon to use. You could use a lot of different weapons. So I mean, you could use Nord's Tenderizer. You could use I play on Pluggy, by the way. Let me just disclaimer real quick. So, I play on Pluggy. I have a huge stash, and I do have the Anilus Charm, but I don't use ladder-only rune words. I think it's just like a more fun experience not to. So you could make some nutso whirlwind barbarians with, you know, relatively inexpensive rune words. And I just thought that was kind of lame, because you know, like, there's so many cool uniques in the game. Why would I want to rule all those out and just use, like, ethereal Balrog blades with the Oath rune word in it? You know, it's just like, that rune word invalidates so many uniques. So I don't play with ladder-only rune words. Nonetheless, I thought Barner stars were a really nice option. I like all the stats they've got. They've got the increased attack speed enough so that I get max whirlwind frames. They have pretty good damage. The bonus to attack rating is actually really nice. And then they have a decent amount of elemental damage, actually, which is not insignificant. Now, it's not like I can just whirlwind through physical immunes and be okay, but and kill them. But it does like maybe a third of their health, you know, when all's done. You know, if I'm whirlwinding just like through packs of non-physical immunes too. But you could use pretty much any weapon, you know, so like you could use a butcher's pupil and like a razor's edge. You could use yeah, I used to have more weapons in here. You know, you could use a BK guardian or something like that. You could use yeah, here's the razor's edge. You could use a Jinn Slayer. You could up a cold steel like I did and use that. You know, there's just like a lot of weapons you could use. And actually, Butcher's Pupil probably does more damage than the Barner Star. One of the primary reasons I'm using Barner Star is that back when I was, you know, leveling this character, attack rating was a huge issue, so I had to use Angelics to get enough attack rating. And you can use pretty much any weapon you want, you know, Butcher's Pupil, Razor's Edge, to get 10,000 attack rating, which is what I was aiming for. But the nice thing about the Barner Star is that they have that bonus to attack rating, 200%. So I can use non-angelic sets and almost reach that 10,000. Or actually I do, I guess. I reach that 10,000. Nice. Solid. So, overall, that is one of the reasons I've decided to stick with them. And I could use a demon limb. I have a couple demon limbs on other characters. Like, I would have needed a demon limb on Switch to get the level 23 enchant proc, or enchant just like skill, so that I could get 10,000 attack rating, because I think I had about 6,000 with the Tomb Reaver. So the Barner Star is a pretty good option. I'm using a Duress, and I'm using a Duress because I need Crushing Blow, and I don't have a G-Face. So I thought that the Life and Mana Steal and the damage reduction would be better from the Vamp Gaze than having the extra Deadly Strike and Crushing Blow from a G-Face. So that was just a personal thing I decided to go with. So between the String of Ears, which I think is a best in slot belt, You know, you could use other ones, Dungo's Hardy Cord, but I think the lifesteal and the damage reduced from the String of Ears is just such a good combination that you really just want this one. Um, you know, and I don't have like a great damage reduce roll on either of these, but I have 28 damage reduction between the two of them, which is pretty solid. I really tried to stack lifesteal on this guy, so you'll see I've got 8 there, 7 there, that's 15. Another 10 from this ring that I crafted. 25% lifesteal is pretty sick. And that really helps keep me alive, because I try not to use potions if I don't have to. So I'm using the Duress. I think it's just a really good, relatively cheap armor. Like, I don't even know what I would use otherwise. You know, like I could use the Gladiator's Bane that I found, which is kind of a bummer I'm not using it, but I don't really need it. Like, you know, what else am I going to use? Yo, check this out. This is actually such a sick find. Where is it? Okay, check this out. Steel Carapace. This is one of the highest defense armors in the game, and I just happened to find an ethereal one, and it has a repairs durability plate on it. So I guess I could use that, and my defense would be literally nuts. But you know, like, Duress is really good. So the Duress gives me Crushing Blow along with my Goblin Toe, which gives me then 40% Crushing Blow, along with this thing giving me, extra cold damage, faster hit recovery, open wounds, some to all resistances. I just think it's a really solid armor. Laying of Hands is probably the best PVM gloves in the game. The extra damage to demons is just very, very good. I don't use the attack speed really unless I'm double swinging, but the fire res is also useful to make sure I have top resistances on everything. Goblin Toe I'm using because they have more Crushing Blow than the Gore Riders, or I honestly think Goblin Toe is one of the best in slots for this character. You could use res boots if you need it. You could use kind of whatever boots you want, but Crushing Blow is really important to have. I'm not even sure that I would use Gore Riders, which is kind of the other melee boot that a lot of people use, if I had a pair, because I think the 10% additional Crushing Blow is maybe worth not having the Deadly Strike that the Gore Riders gives me. Let's see, then I've got a Raven Frost for attack rating. I found a metal grid, and this actually was what helped me make the switch away from the Angelics, was that I found this and I thought that this would give me enough of an attack rating, defense, and res boost that I wouldn't need the attack rating from the Angelics, and that combined with the enhanced attack rating from the Barner Stars would kind of set me up to have that 10k attack rating. So that's just like a neat little thing. But I'll just show you real quick. Like, you can use like a 2-piece Angelic set with a Raven Frost, and maybe you do need there we are, 6,000. And if I had Polearm Mastery, it would be roughly 8,000, I think. So you could reach it. You get more freedom with your rings and shit if you use the Barner Stars, which I just thought was cool. So I think we've gone over pretty much every piece of gear. Yeah, dude, I just check out this crafted ring. Poison res, which I need. 50 life is sick. A little bit to strength and damage. And then 10% lifesteal. Holy shit. So sick. Anyways. Oh, my Merc real quick. Treachery. Classic. Relatively inexpensive Merc armor for the Fade proc. A Rock Stopper. I really like the Rock Stopper. It's one of the best, almost easy to find but endgame helmets in the game. The damage reduced by 10 and all the resistances are so sick. And then normally you would probably want some Crushing Blow on this guy, or like a Hone Sudan, a Strength Rune Word is kind of inexpensive, although not that good. A lot of people would use a Reaper's Toll for the Decrepify, so that your mercenary could curse them and you could actually do damage to physical immunes. I only have one Reaper's Toll, and it's on the Amazon who found it. And honestly, when I started making uh, characters in Lord of Destruction, I never imagined I would have a Reaper's Toll, so it almost feels like cheating to use one. I found this ethereal bone hue, and I was like, this is fucking sick. I'm just going to toss it on there. So it's got really good lifesteal, he's got good resistances, and he's got 25% damage reduction once the Fade gets procced, so he's kind of a tank. And also, now that I've shouted him, he has over 4,000 life, so he's really hard to kill. Which is actually very useful since I don't have a Reaper's Toll on him. I can kind of let him tank physical immunes and then just slowly berserk them down. On Switch, by the way, I just have 2 plus 3 Warcries items, and I actually just shopped those both from Mala. So, you can find some good gear from her. Just, give yourself 15 minutes and a little bit of patience. Alright. So, I mean, this guy's, like, pretty good. He struggles, I was just gonna say he struggles with souls a little bit. But, I'm pretty sure every character struggles a little bit with souls. Oh, shit. Wow. Alright, this is maybe worse than usual. We've got champions and an elite pack. All at once. That's great. I mean, the only types of monsters he struggles with are the monsters that deplete his mana. So I used a couple potions. I really try not to. It's kind of inevitable sometimes to use potions against souls. They just do so much damage. Souls have a lot of physical resistance, actually. So I was really struggling with them even harder than I am now before. And I dealt with that in 2 ways. So, if you'll remember, I put 2 Eld runes in each of my Barner Star, or 1 in each, for 2 total. And Eld, you might think, why the fuck would you do that? It gives you 75% extra damage to undead, along with a little attack rating. And when I was making this character, I didn't have any, good jewels. I still don't have that many good, enhanced damage jewels. So Eld was kind of the way that I could get additional damage to undead monsters, relatively cheaply, and it would just work out well. Wow, it's kind of a bummer I have basically nothing to leech off of in this iteration of the level 2. Because if I had more Claw Vipers, I really wouldn't need to use potions at all. I'd just be able to whirlwind through shit. Because my life leech, like I said, 25%. It's pretty sick. Like these guys, I'm basically never in any danger of dying from guys I can leech from. The only exceptions to that would be the Minions of Destruction, Bale Wave 5, and also the Death Lords in the level 3. There aren't any this time, it looks like, but they just do so much damage and have such high physical resistance. It's just nuts. The nice part about having such a tanky merc, by the way, is that I can just kind of leave him alone. And he'll be okay until I come back to him to rescue him. I feel like mercs of other characters would have died already. Boom. This was kind of an easy run overall. We had some souls, but we didn't have too many super difficult packs. But you can kind of I almost wish we had physical immunes on the level 3. Oh man. Okay, actually these guys fucking terrify me. They do a lot of damage. I have lost so many classic Whirlwind Barbarians, hardcore Whirlwind Barbarians to those guys in Mephisto's Durance. It's just it's nuts. It's literally insane. So I'll always be afraid of them. They'll always have a special place in my heart. For that deep-seated fear. Alright, more fucking souls. Is this guy immune? No. There we go. Wow, I'm really using a lot of potions. Whoops, I just goofed by accident. I meant to press my R key so that I could use Berserk. Sometimes it's actually faster to just Berserk souls down, since they have so much physical... Alright, this is not working. They have so much physical resistance. Jesus Christ. Wow. Oh, alright. Sometimes I play like shit when I make a video, but also, souls just kind of require concentration. I'm gonna go get some potions real quick. Believe me, wow, what am I doing? I don't usually need to use this many potions. Whoa, 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 that was close. Alright, alright, bring up the bow. Let's go, let's go. Bring it on, bring it on. Actually, souls can be super annoying in the throne room, because the level 2 or the wave 2 of Bale's minions will resurrect souls. So you might think you're done with them once he starts summoning his minions, but that would be false. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Oh my God! They're so scary. And there's just like you can't do anything about it. Like they just blow up on you. I'm not really worried though. You know, like, usually I don't have to use potions, because, once again, if there are things to leech from, I just leech so much damage, so much health from all the damage I do. But, I mean, what's cool about this particular barbarian build is, like, nothing I'm using is that expensive. You know, like, you can find an rune from... if you're lucky, from a Nightmare Hellforge. You know, you can find Butcher's Pupils from Mephisto in Nightmare, and then up those, you know, when you get the runes for it. You know, you can find Razor's Edge, you can find Varner's Star from Nightmare and Dariel. You know, you can... you don't need, like, a lot of really good gear. You just need, you know, to find what works for you. Oh shit, I don't want my monk to die. I forgot to tank those for him. Maybe I'll give him an antidote potion. Thanks. Just to be nice. Alright, bring it on. Bring it on. Damn, look at his life. He's got so much damage and lifesteal though, like, his life just went rocketing up again. Don't run. Yeah, let's see, what else can you find? You can find this from Nightmare Mephisto, definitely these from Nightmare Mephisto, String of Ears from Nightmare Mephisto. You know, so you can find all the gear that I'm using relatively easily that's carried me through the entire game. You know, you just need to find specific weapons, and then, you know, whatever set of jewelry and rings works for you. Fuck. So my defense is actually pretty good. It's about 8k, and I only have 2 points into Shout. I think I would reach about 10k. Which is good for a barbarian, I think. I know paladins sometimes get you know, massive defense from like the exile rune word, but you know, you're a barbarian. You're just doing your barbarian thing, so 8k defense, pretty good. So this is once again a part about using the 2 Varner. What the fuck? That was the... God damn it. The part about using about dual wielding instead of using just the one two-handed weapon. You get twice as many opportunities to get Crushing Blow on bosses, actually. So that's kind of a big deal too. Alright. this guy's boss kill isn't super good. You know, if I had more crushing blow, that'd be even better. But it's not bad by any means at all. So this was a run that you actually saw me struggle with pretty heavily with all the souls. You know, usually if there's not that many soul elite packs, it's not as bad. Or, you know, if there's not quite as many, we'll sell all these, I think. We'll sell... That's probably not worth holding on to, but maybe I'll put it on, like, some level, you know, early game mercenary or something like that. I do kind of have a dream, actually. You know, maybe I'll respec again and take that second point out of shout and toss it into polearm mastery so that I can use the Tomb Reaver as, like, you know, on a magic find setup. You know, I've got a couple pieces of gear, like I would throw this wealth on, this steel skull, and this, you know, and have 261 magic find right there, you know, without having to change that much gear. So that would be kind of cool. That would be pretty dandy, I think. And any resistances I lose from the rest of my gear, I actually can make up for with the resistances from the Tomb Reaver. So that's kind of a nice feature of the Tomb Reaver as well. And I did put a Shale as well as an Enhanced Damage Jewel in here. The Tomb Reaver also only got 2 sockets instead of 3, and 3 would have been really nice. Like, if I could have put another Enhanced Damage Jewel, I put a 33 Enhanced Damage Jewel in here. If I could have put another one in, I think I found the best Enhanced Damage Jewel I've ever found. 39 right there. Then maybe I would continue to use this thing instead of the Barner Stars. But I really do like my Barner Star setup. And then for weapon popping, I would have a Blade of Alibaba and a Shard on Switch, so that I could pop those items out of there, out of my slain enemies. But yeah, all right. I mean, this video is already much longer than I kind of intended it to be. But there it is. Oh, the charms. Yeah. So the rest of my charms, I've got a Geeds, I've got an Anilus, which, you know, I don't need. You know, I could just fill the rest of the space with resistance charms if I wanted to. But I mainly just have, you know, melee charms that are not that good. And a couple resistance charms. But, yep. Catch you on the flip side.